Hi dears, welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna. It's me Anna with you here, and today we are here on the beach of Algae, and we gathered here to talk about all the latest news, the update on the situation here in Spain and in our sunny and lovely Benidorm's region. We have a lot of news today and quite a lot of changes, so let's dig in. First of all, in terms of cases and the general situation here, I want to say that cases are growing, so the situation is slightly heading towards the increase of cases, but I mean, we were waiting for it, we knew it will be happening, and none of the regions here where the increase has been detected basically say that it's like a big deal. They don't take it as something serious, something that requires immediate measures in place back again. So since we don't have data for Sunday, I'll let you know the data for Saturday's day, and it was 2,556 new cases detected. The index was also 44.5, so basically 44.5 per every 100,000 people. We used to have like 40 and now it's 44. The increase is very slight, so I mean, it is what it is. It's nothing too serious, so we are kind of good with that. What we are kind of worried about is Benidorm. Benidorm is officially the place where we have the biggest amount of cases. And by the way, in Benidorm, we have extreme risk, not even low risk as in all other parts. And in Spain in general, not even medium or high, extremely high risk today, which is more than 250 cases per every 100,000 people. It's something that worries us quite a lot. The president of our region has stated officially that he's not thinking of putting new measures on, and that he knows that it's because of a tourism, and once the tourism will slightly stop, like during winter months, and everything should be back in place. What the Spanish newspaper says, which is the most interesting thing of all, they basically say, and it's something that is written in the newspaper of 20 minutes, 20 minutos, and Diario Información, both of them. I will, if I find the that statement, I'll put it here in the link in the comments, then you could check it out. But basically what they say is everything is because of the British tourism, because it's the one that is coming the most right now to Benidorm and is the most active one of all countries. And since UK does not have really any kind of restrictions, everything is back to normal there. They think that all this increase in cases is basically because of UK tourists. A lot of people think like this, like newspapers, a lot of people think it's not because of that. I personally think that it's just because there is, of course, tourism here in the area. It's normal that there is tourism. There is a lot of movement of people from different countries of the world, international countries, not only European Union. So it's normal that the amount of cases here will be a lot higher than in any kind of village where there are only people who live there, like regularly living. So it's normal that we have such a high amount of cases here. And it's true that by winter, once the tourism will slightly stop and it's going to be like basically national one left, then the cases will decrease. So it's not something that bothers us a lot or bothers the president of our region, but they are monitoring the situation. As for now, they've said that no new measures will be necessary just yet. So this is the case in here. Also want to say that in schools in our Alicante region, there is another quite a big change. We've spent almost 1.5 years, slightly even more, at school without any kind of excursions. Excursions in the school is something very something that we're used to quite a lot. It's excursions to some kind of museums, to parks, to fairs, like a lot of different things that children do at school, or like to the beach, to any kind of other town, like something specific, what they do at least like 3 times a year basically. So this all stopped. They were not doing any kind of excursions, and right now the Ministry of Education has authorized once again to do all the excursions at school, starting from preschool years up until when they finish school already, so up until 18. And this is very nice because children will be able to get back to that routine that they used to have a few months ago, and there are waves coming back again, but hopefully they won't reach us in here. So this is what's happening. Children probably will be happy once the first excursions will take place. Of course, it's with the safety measures. Of course, it's with all the necessary precautions that school needs to take. But at least children will be able to enjoy their excursions back again after almost of 2 years. In general, here in the area, what is going to be happening right now is the third doses of vaccination for people older than 70 years old. What they are basically doing is combine the flu vaccine plus the virus vaccine, the third doses, and they're started to put it starting from today, 25th of October, I think it's today. So this is what's happening. For the rest of the population, they don't put the third dose just yet, and they did not even say if they will be doing this or not. So we will see what will be happening. All the rest of the areas, they are slowly eliminating all the restrictions as well as we did, and we are just living, coexisting, and enjoying the last warm autumn. Ooh! Okay, false alarm, but it might not be as false the next time. It came almost until us, so we need to be very careful with that. Okay, not good, you guys. Okay, let's do it fast because I think we will get wet today because the waves are coming in here. So this is basically the situation as for the day of today. No other massive changes, no nothing. So we are good except for the increase in cases here in Benidorm area. So I literally just had 1 minute to get away, and right now all that part is flooding. So good that we did that on time. Let's continue with some more news of our region. First of all, I wanted to say what's happening with the construction sector here, and a lot of people who are working in construction industry, like building houses and buildings and etc. There is quite a big crisis coming out right now, just because the crisis of the cost of the prime materials that are being used in the construction work, like for example, those who are the most expensive ones right now are the wood, the stone, and some other materials like metal materials. So all this results in a big problem for the construction sector. What they said basically is one of the organizations that is in charge of all the construction works here in Spain is the so-called National Confederation of the Construction. And what they did say is that combining the prime material prices and the problem that we have with containers that come by sea to us, like by ocean and by the sea, the lack of the huge prices of the containers, that one whose cost was like 1,000 euros, 2,000 euros right now is of like almost 10,000, which is crazy. So as a result, this is affecting the construction works here in Spain, the building of new houses, apartments, and etc. And what they said is that by already 22%, the price of a house, like let's say if you would have bought it like a year ago, right now you will be paying 22% more for the newly built house or apartment than if you would be buying it like last year, you know. So it's just not very good. People are not buying newly built homes so much, especially those who have like a very limited budget. Those who have money, they don't really care about this increase, but those who don't, which is the majority of people, they care about this a lot, and they're going towards the second-hand market, which is basically already used apartments where someone used to live before, or houses, villas, semi-detached houses, doesn't matter. So they're choosing the second-hand buildings and properties just because they are not getting so expensive as the newly built properties are. Very interesting thing as well is that already 40% of all the companies who build houses are affected, and they actually say that they need to paralyze the building works completely, which means that, ooh, right now I would be wet already. Can you see? Right now, definitely, we will be already swimming. Look at that. So it's good that we came here up the hill, but it's still very close to us. So Oh, it's not good. Maybe we'll even need to change the location at least one more time because it's definitely not good. It's coming out towards the beach a lot further than we expected, let's say it like that. There is still a lack of approximately 700,000 employees to work in the building works, building houses and properties. But since the sector is very fragile right now, we don't know what will be happening, how it will be affected. So it's just something that people are waiting, people are trying other jobs that are more stable as for now. This is why the construction is just suffering from all ends possible, from every single side. They're suffering, something is affecting them. So we don't know what will be happening. What we do know is that the newly built are a lot more expensive than they used to be, and this is affecting also, and the price is increasing in the second-hand properties as well. The next news that I wanted to let you know about is what's happening with all the algae that you might see on the beach here in the area. For example, here where I was sitting, it's full of algae. I'm sure you can see it. Like all this is where I was sitting down, and right now it's like a lake, basically a mini lake. So right there you have a lot of these algae. I also have them here, which are like this. Ooh, these ones, they're dry already, but still they're algae from the sea. So there is a new law that will be here in the area, basically, that will forbid for the companies to take these algae from the beach between 15th of October and 15th of March. So basically for 5 months in a row. What is happening with that and why they need to leave them here? There are a few reasons that the government has announced. One of them is that they want to save up the sand and the stones, like the beach area itself, because during winter a lot of strong storms and waves, they are basically eating the beach out and all the sand is going away. So then they need to invest a lot of money to replace all the sand and all the stones that are inexistent already. They're like inside of the sea. So not to do that every year, will be leaving the algae on the beach area. Here it's not as massive, but there are other beach areas where it comes like up until 1 meter. For example, this happens in Benidorm and south towards Alicante. This will be forbidden in the whole Valencian community, so starting from Castellón up until Alicante area, all beach areas, they will be with algae during winter time. It's something that you need to know, because if you're coming here during these months and you're planning on swimming, you need to be informed just in case you want to do a different choice and not to come to this area and go to another one. Although it's something that does not bother us. You can see it's just like dry grass, like small pieces of wood more or less. So it's not something that's very bothering, that is like disgusting to walk at or something like that. No, but you need to be informed just in case it might affect your decision. I'm looking all the time at the beach because I'm afraid that we will get wet eventually, but hopefully it's not going to be the case. So this will be here in Valencian region probably shortly. They're willing to approve this new law in the next few days, so it's going to be already starting from this year. And apart from conserving the beach area and all the sand and all the stones, why they're doing this as well is to avoid people making illegal fishing on the beach area. Because in winter, once we were filming here on the beach here and in Benidorm, you've seen quite a few times that there were people fishing directly at the beach area, which is dangerous in case there's someone like scuba diving or just diving here around. And this is forbidden, but people do that in winter. Don't ask me why. So they want to avoid that because it's uncomfortable simply to fish in these type of places where there's a lot of algae. Also, they want to avoid different excursions and even boats or something coming out to the seashore. And the main reason is to purify and give oxygen to the waters near the beach area, which is what these algae basically do. They oxygenate the water, so it's going to be pure, it's going to be a lot cleaner and a lot better for all the fish and for all the sea creatures living here by the beach area, by the seafront. So this will be the case. Probably in the next few days it will be confirmed, definitely. So if you're coming during winter time up until 15th of March, don't be surprised if you see a lot of algae here on different beach areas in Benidorm, Algae, Altea, Alicante, Torrevieja, and so on. And what about the Spanish weather? The weather is very, very nice, apart from quite big waves right now hitting our seashore, but the sun is shining. It's very, very warm today. It's approximately like 24 degrees. I would say a lot of people here at the beach area coming to enjoy the sunshine, even though it's Monday. And this type of weather will be almost in all areas except some north part and Canarian Islands. North and Canarian will have some clouds and some slight rain every now and then during the day of today. But tomorrow it's going to be raining, probably here in the Mediterranean area. Might not be raining in Benidorm or in Algae, but it says that it will be raining somewhere here around, and it should be cloudy, but not more than that. The rest will be stable, nice and warm. The temperatures are slightly lower than they were last week, but not by much. We are almost at the beginning of November and the temperatures are still amazing. On the south part, we'll have between 24 and 26 degrees, and the rest more or less between 20 and 23. North part will have between like 14 up until 20 degrees. In Alicante area, we'll have 24, the same here in Benidorm. In Barcelona, 22, Granada, 26, Malaga, 23. Sevilla will have amazing 28 degrees, summer back again. Madrid 20, Murcia 26, Balearic Islands 24, Canarian 25, and Valencia will have slightly less than here, 21 degrees, but still very nice and comfy weather to visit our sunny and lovely country. These were all the news for today. I hope you enjoyed watching them, and I will see you tomorrow with a new video. Tomorrow we'll be heading towards the old town and we will be checking some more apartment options for your stay, and some of them with spectacular sea view. I see you tomorrow. Bye.